Today's Cowboys-Washington post-game reaction is made possible by Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com, utilize promo code COWBOYS to get an extra 20% off on top of their currently ongoing Black Friday deals. Check the comments, check the description as well. We'll get that link in there for you guys. This sucked. Cowboys lose 41-16. Nothing really went right for Washington in this particular game. It was a complete and utter disaster here. This was not a good showing at all for the Cowboys. So let's vent a little bit here, okay? Give me your one-word reaction to this Cowboys loss. Is it, you can go any number of directions here. This was not a good disaster. How about embarrassing? That might be a good way to go there. Give me your one-word reaction to this Dallas Cowboys loss. How about injury-prone? A hyphenated word, I'll cheat there. Zack Martin, this is maybe the most concerning thing coming out of this game, suffered a calf injury, which, as a reminder, he had before the Minnesota game. Apparently, he re-aggravated it. Now, Martin returned to the sideline in this game on crutches and in street clothes. So I do not know if he's going to play against the Baltimore Ravens, who also, by the way, just put Lamar Jackson on the COVID list, so he probably isn't going to play against the Cowboys either. RG3 time in that particular game. So what is your panic level over Zack Martin's injury? Rate this for me on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm not going to give it a full-fledged 10 because it's a calf and not a knee. But, I think we saw again, this offense struggles when they have to put Terrence Steele out there. That's just the nature of life in the NFL. When you're down to third-string offensive linemen, it doesn't tend to go over well. But get your votes in on a scale of 1 to 10. Also, the Cowboys, for the second time this year, had both of their starting tackles leave the game with injuries. Because remember, Tyron Smith-Collins out for the year. Not great. Cameron Erving, injured against Washington. It was a knee injury. He did come back on the sidelines. I don't know if he's going to go next week. We'll see what ends up happening there. But by the end of the game, this was your Cowboys' healthy and active offensive line. Greg Sinnott, by the way, was a healthy scratch. So they were down to only Adam Redmond active in the game. So next week, I don't know if Tyler Biadasz comes back. Maybe this is the game you try Connor Williams at left guard, and if you get Biadasz back, you put Looney at left guard and put Williams at left tackle, and kick Brandon out over the right side. I don't know. It's rough. These injuries, look, we're going to get into the coaches in a second here. Folks, there are no NFL teams that are going to survive in the NFL with having a third-string tackle in there, with 2 third-string tackles in reality, because you're down to so many different options there. It's not good. It's going to be rough. It's just sucks, and this is why it's so frustrating. Now, what's not frustrating are the deals available from our friends over at Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com. Promo code COWBOYS gets you an extra 20% off. So go check them out. Their Black Friday deals are ongoing right now. Extra 20% off when you use promo code COWBOYS. You can get the Lawnmower 3.0. It's the single best men's grooming tool out there. You get the perfect package. You get a free pair of boxers, bags. You get ball toner, ball deodorant. It's a fantastic deal. The boxers, by the way, I swear by them. They are the most comfortable pair that I've ever had in my entire life. Extra 20% off, free shipping on top of their already ongoing Black Friday deals. Go check it out today. It's manscaped.com. Utilize promo code COWBOYS to get an extra 20% off. The NFC East standings have changed, and the Cowboys are still in last place. Washington takes over the division lead. Dallas is 3-8, but the schedule's not that hard. I still think this Cowboys team might be able to win a game or two down the stretch. Ravens aren't going to have Lamar Jackson Thursday Night Football. Still might not matter. The Bengals lost Joe Burrow. They're going to play Brandon Allen this weekend. The Niners are decimated by injuries. The Eagles and Giants are also bad. We've asked this question a lot. And after Minnesota, that win, how did they win that game, by the way? A lot of you said yes. So now what are you feeling? Are we back on Team Tank? I'm just wondering. I said enjoy the win against Minnesota, so I wasn't sure there were going to be a lot of them. So get your votes in here. Y for yes, N for no. Are the Cowboys going to win the NFC East? Now, this is your guys' reaction here, and I know we're going to get to this in the mailbags today as well. Mike McCarthy. Let me preface this by beginning with, I don't think the coaching staff had a particularly good game. I don't. I don't think they were great. The fake punt call was really weird. Throwing it on 4th and 1 on a play, I didn't like that either. But I think we have to adjust our perspective and our expectations too. There is definitely blame for Mike McCarthy. I am not convinced he is the guy. I am not. But these decisions, faking a punt from your own 20-yard line, they reeked of desperation. They reeked of, we got to try something, because, guys, I want to emphasize this, okay? The NFL, there are 0 teams who are equipped to handle losing a top 5 quarterback, being down to 3rd-string undrafted rookies, at least one of them, at tackle, and playing practice squatters at cornerback for a team that was already not that particularly great. Now, I got problems with this coaching staff. Do not get me wrong. But I think the expectation of, well, we should have won that game. No. The minute Zack Martin went down and Cam Erving went down, I think that should have been the clear sign. It's just not the Cowboys' year, man. And if you got concerns about McCarthy, I absolutely get it. I do. But I don't think this is a fire McCarthy game. But you guys can get your votes in here. We're a show for the people. What should Dallas do with McCarthy? Type F for fire or type in K for keep. If you want to fire McCarthy overall, I get it. I have problems, and we're going to get to those in the mailbag because I already see the super chat. We'll get to it with this coaching staff. There are problems. But I think if you're power ranking the problems, it's probably the injuries. That's probably your biggest concern. But get your votes in here. This will be the pinned comment on today's video. What do you want to do with Mike McCarthy? F for fire, K for keep. Let's talk Kellen Moore as well. Again, he was not perfect, and the play calling has been inconsistent. But again, I do want to emphasize the viewpoint from the coaching staff side of it. You are down to Andy Dalton, who is not a great deep ball thrower. Threw a great one for Amari Cooper. That was it. You are down to a 3rd-string offensive line. So what you are trying to do is protect your quarterback at all costs and try and get short, quick passes out. And those plays are ugly. So I understand what Kellen Moore is doing. Am I convinced he is the next coming of Sean McVay? Absolutely not. Do I think he is a top 5 problem? I don't. And you know what? Kellen Moore called a great game against Minnesota. And if Andy Dalton throws a pass to CeeDee Lamb and Lamb catches it, we're probably fine about Kellen Moore. So we'll let you guys grade Kellen Moore against Washington. I'm thinking a C, somewhere in that range. I'm not going to flunk him. It's not his fault Zeke fumbled the ball again. It's not his fault they ran the fake punt, which I thought was pretty gross overall, which I still think was supposed to be a throw, and Wilson never threw it. But I see a lot of Fs. I disagree. I don't think Kellen Moore is your problem right now. And if you feel that way, I get it because he's young and you didn't like him as a quarterback. But I think your problems, let me put it this way. Once Dak gets healthy, this team's back to a top 5 offense. And then we're not concerned too much about Kellen Moore. But Andy Dalton, Brandon Knight, Terrence Steele, yikes. All right, I don't want to be overly negative today, even though that was a pretty negative game here. How about Randy Gregory? Had himself a damn game. Didn't play much last week, I think, A, because he was sick, and B, because of the fact that the Cowboys didn't trust him against the run. He was awesome, man. Shout out Randy Gregory. First sack since 2018, ends up with his first multi-sack game of his career. He, DeMarcus Lawrence, both played really well today. They had some impact plays, and for the first 3 quarters, guys, this was a 20-16 game. You were in the mix until it all fell apart. And Gregory and even Lawrence, too, they all get some credit on that one. Now, I do want to shout out every single person who stuck around with us for yet another disastrous Thanksgiving game, because I am tired of these being stupid. But we're live for all of them. As painful as this one hurt, because it was close for a while. I don't like getting swept by Washington. Probably better long term. Doesn't feel that good, though. So if you want daily Cowboys videos, hit that big red button and subscribe. Let's talk Zeke Elliott, who, guys, he's not good. Or at least he hasn't played good. Played well. 10 carries, 32 yards, and a fumble. And again, part of this is the offensive line. You lost your 2 starters to tackle. You got backups in there, third stringers in there. It's not great. You can't Elliott's fumble was all his fault. He just dropped he barely touched the guy in front of him, and he fumbled the ball. He's averaging under 4 yards per carry. This is not why you paid him $90 million. And I know we're ending on a negative note here, but I mean, shoot, guys. It's not good. And it's rough, and it's frustrating, and I get it. And that's why this is a venting session. I have made this point before. All takes made in the 15 or so hours after the game, that they don't count. You can change them if you want. That's fine. So, a rough showing by Elliott, and yeah, I'm concerned about him long term.